tell you, I was nowhere near that market.
4 people positively identified you. The manager, the cashier, the stock clerk.
I was playing golf at 7:30.
You playing golf 7:30 in the morning don't make me laugh.
Why not?
Take them away. Hello, Counselor.
Lieutenant, they get tough pretty fast, don't they?
Oh, they don't stay tough long. That one won't anyway. A few hours in the tank, you'll come up with a new set of lyrics. Sit down. I don't suppose you came here to invite me to speak to the Bar Association.
You're holding a Robert Arnold in the prison ward, aren't you?
That's right. You interested?
Yes, I've been looking into it.
Well, I know you don't waste your time on things you don't think important. But the officer I have handling that case is one of my best men. Do you think he might have missed something?
I talked to Arnold. I think the boy's innocent.
He's an ex-con who just happened to be at the scene of the crime. He was seen coming in the drugstore with a criminal who just happened to be an ex-cellmate of his. He swears he knows nothing about it, yet he left his car parked outside, conveniently, with the motor running.
I thought you said you didn't know anything about the case.
I said I didn't handle it.
So you didn't. But the motor was left running because the battery was dead. I checked it.
Well, Counselor, I never expected a man of your integrity to fall for that old line. That's a stock answer from a criminal like Robert Arnold. Have a sandwich?
You don't want to talk about it.
Oh, there's nothing to talk about.
Would there be if an officer hadn't been killed?
Do you know how safe you are, Counselor? You know there's not a chance in a million that you'll get shot at on the way home tonight, and do you know why? Because my people stand between you and the guns. There's not a man in this room that doesn't stand a good chance of being dead before morning, and they know it. Maybe we do get a little touchy when some gunman kills a cop. We don't like to see them get away with it. And that goes for the people who back up that gunman. And we have every reason to believe that Robert Arnold backed up George Galt.
It's just as wrong if Robert Arnold dies unjustly as it is if a policeman is killed. And I've got every reason to believe that Arnold wasn't involved in that robbery.
Can you prove that?
No, I can't. But George Galt can.
George Galt? The police force has been looking for him for an entire week. I want him real bad. You can look into it if you want to. Who knows, you might come up with something. It's George Galt I'm really interested in.
And so we can just forget about Arnold. When a policeman's killed, you stop being a detective and become a judge even before Arnold's brought to trial. Tell me, Weston, have you shaved Arnold's head yet? Have you slit his pants leg?
Counselor, you're not always right. Show me a piece of evidence, I don't care how small. Then I'll be on your side, but not until then.
All right. I'll do just that. State Woman's Reformatory.
There they are, 3 of them, all Margies. And you were right. I said one of them used to run around with Galt before he was sent up. Now, if your man can pick the right Margie out of these 3...
But if he picked her out of just 3, you might say he was just lucky. But if he picked her out of 7, can I take all of these over to the county hospital?
Sure, I'll go along with you.
We showed the 7 pictures to Robert Arnold. He'd never seen the first 4. But he positively identified the 5th, Margie Cleaver, as the girl who came to his room with George Galt, the girl who stayed in the car when the holdup took place.
You told me that Cleaver dame hung around the River District. Now, if I gave you copies of her picture, you suppose you could concentrate your salesmen in that area for a few days? Who knows? If she's there, one of your men might just knock on her door. Lieutenant Weston.
Maris, Lieutenant. I can't explain now, but I'm at the Brentwood Motel on Westlake. George Galt is living in Unit 4.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. But he and Margie Cleaver will be making a run for it any minute now.
Stay there. I'll be right over.
Lieutenant, if Galt is killed, he won't do Arnold any good. I want him alive.
Well, that's up to him. If he doesn't use his gun, we'll take him alive. Oh, and Counselor, don't be a hero. Stay out of sight. Sorry, Herb. I told my men to shoot only as a last resort. You can see they had no choice.
Well, let's get the girl.
my leg is broken.
It'll be taken care of.
Oh, Margie, he left you in the car again, didn't he? You were in the car that night, weren't you?
Yeah, I was in the car. Afterwards, I was afraid...
Did Robert Arnold know Galt was going to hold up that drugstore?
No, neither did I. I don't even think Galt did. It isn't the first time that he pulled a heist out of thin air.
You'll testify to that?
Yeah, I'll testify. I don't owe him a thing.
That's good enough for me.
I think it's good enough for the grand jury, too.